Well, folks, it's time for another episode of Are You Sure You're Being a Christian Properly? Today's topic, did you forget God's name again? Jeremiah 23:27, through their dreams that they tell one another, they plan to cause my people to forget my name as their fathers forgot my name through Baal worship. Now, what does the Father mean by that? Do you know God has a name? Because it's not God. God is a title. Because that is God and Jesus' real names. And it appears that most Christians have forgotten them. And sadly, most Christians don't even realize that how they're worshiping God is how other gods were worshipped, and our God explicitly forbids this. Read Deuteronomy 12:30 through 32. But here's the bullet points. Do not inquire about their gods, asking how did these nations worship their gods? I'll also do the same. You must not do the same to the Lord your God. Oh, I'm sure I'm just overreacting. But let's take a look at this. Do you know what that is? It's an Egyptian obelisk. It's a phallic-shaped monument erected in order to worship other gods. This is pretty much exclusively a pagan practice. Luckily, we don't see that in our religion, right? Except for that one erected at the Vatican. And that one erected on top of almost every local church. And that one erected in Washington, D.C. Are you starting to see a strange pattern emerge? But I thought the Vatican represents Christ. And I thought America was a Christian country. And I thought all those Christian churches on the corner were just spreading the gospel. All of this is really hard information to swallow at first. But play this game with me for a second. From the time of Moses to David was 14 generations. One generation after David, they started going into idol worship. Then it was 14 generations from David to Jesus. And what did we see when Jesus got on scene? They had completely corrupted the Word of God. The Pharisees were teaching their own doctrine. They weren't teaching the Torah. Sadly, most Christians don't study the cultural context or the Torah. And because of that, they can't differentiate the fact that what the Pharisees was teaching was not the Word of God. When Jesus was here, he came to straighten all that out. It's been 2,000 years since he was here. Do you not think it's even the teeniest little bit possible that our religion has been corrupted? Again? If you don't think that's possible, I really don't know how to help you. Modern Christianity is steeped with paganism. And if you spend more time reading this and less time listening to your pastor and the Pope, you'll realize that what we're doing in churches is not how God wanted us to worship him at all.